Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Yoji. Welcome to another video where I will go over regional farming of the Atlas, which I've been doing for the past few weeks. I went from region to region, tried a few of the different choices you have, and like trying out passive trees, trying to min-max a bit around farming them, and that's basically what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to show you what I farmed, what I tried, and what worked for me and what didn't quite work for me. And I have to say, most of these things are very much worth farming and worked out really well and were really rewarding from an SSF perspective, but I would imagine a lot of them would be really nice as well just to farm from a trade perspective as well, as they net a lot of currency, net a lot of items that are valuable on a trade league as well. But the main focus of this will be around SSF. But yeah, you will be able to, as a trade player that knows his way around trading, to know and see what might be worth farming as well. So let's start off with the obvious choices, and that's Haewark Hamlet. Haewark Hamlet is pretty popular for the harvest farming. People run atolls really quickly and try to generate as many harvests as possible. They put Zana on their map device as well, on the maps as well, Zana missions, and just run these to find more and more harvests. And something else that I think is really good for crafting an SSF on top of harvest. So if you want to craft gear, this is basically an SSF, the region you go to, is one of the best things you can do to upgrade your gear. It's the essences, because essences are really good as well. I love crafting with them. Guaranteeing a specific high tier role is really powerful, is really nice, especially if you combine the two. You craft with harvest and you finish the item with you craft with essence and finish the item with harvest, that way around. There's also other good stuff. The Beyond currency is really good. There's like basically everything is good, but it's kind of overshadowed by this. I think there's probably nothing new to you. Let's go to the other thing that's probably not new to you, and that's Valdo's Rest Harbinger farming. There's a crap ton of harbingers if you spec this node in every single map, and the cool thing about this is you don't have to invest into the map. You just run the maps as they are. You can do like tier 10 yellow alt maps and just run them. You will get lots of ancient shards, ancient orbs. You'll be able to like target, use certain uniques in SSF, which is really nice, but ancient orbs obviously have a use in trade as well to gamble for some sick items, such as headhunters, for example. I think in trade it's mostly headhunters. I picked into Breach because I needed some oils. I haven't tried anything else here, but I think the metamorph stuff seems really decent as well, especially if you're a need for catalysts, which they drop a lot. I think these could be pretty good as well, but I prefer that. And there's also the syndicate stuff, which is probably nice, but I didn't try it, so I can't really. I'm only commenting on stuff I actually tried here, not gonna theory craft with you. So something I tried very extensively, and this is one of my favorite regions, is Glennach Cairns, Alva and Beyond farming. I first had to spec Legion, but Legion we will go for the new Vastir for. That's way better for that. So what we do is, one of the best things here is Incursion monsters are at least magic. This not only gives you a lot of XP. This is great for XP farming, especially combined with the Beyond. This also makes it so because magic monsters give a lot more time on the Alvas. Even if you have a slow build that has decent damage, but it's not like a clear speed build, you will have way enough time to complete any incursion, no problem. And then these two make for sick temples. So you get what you get out of this is great XP, sick temples, and a lot of items. And you can actually abuse the item part as well. So this Beyond stuff is mostly for generating more and more monsters. And how I abuse all these crazy rare and magic monsters, as well as I abuse the extra items that I get, is put Reliquary scarabs on this and roll the maps for high quantity. If you put like Reliquary scarabs, gilded or polished ones, with this you can get up to 10 to 15 unique items, not per map, per Alva incursion. So you run one incursion, after the incursion you know how the items drop around Alva, like swing, unique. That's pretty sick. So I can really recommend that. And with these nodes you will summon so many Beyond demons. It's just insane XP, and you just get tons of items, tons of uniques. It's pretty ridiculous. And what I can also recommend is you put some like Shaper or Elder Scarabs on this. Pick a map device mod from Zana that allows you to, for example, find a leaf specific unique you're looking for. Let's say you're looking for Vol's Devotion. Just put some infused Rogue Exile, what's called Anarchy, on there. You can try infused Nemesis and see if you can find a headhunter. It's not super unlikely. It's omega unlikely, but you get so many uniques. Eventually, it's gonna happen, right? Maybe. It's gambling, basically. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Also, it's just really fun because these maps get pretty insane. And you can put like a Delirium Orb on here as well, which is kind of nice because you generate so many mobs. The Delirium actually gets pretty high rewards with this. You want to put some sextants for even more monsters, of course. Anything that adds monsters is good. There's a sextant that gives you more multiplier or increased to magic pack size. That's so many more monsters. So if you ever roll that, I wouldn't like specifically roll for it, but if you ever happen to roll that, that's pretty amazing. Next I've got New Vastir. This is, I think, also pretty well known these days, but if you don't know, height value targets adds sergeants, which have great rewards, so this just adds lots of extra rewards in general to your legion. And then there's an additional warhorde. This is the big chest that contain lots of splinters, really nice. And then all splinters that drop have a 1% chance to drop as an emblem instead. That means on average per 100 splinter you get an extra emblem. So per emblem you get 2 emblems, so it doubles your splinters basically on average. But if you get lucky, a lucky streak, you can get a lot of emblems. And what I did with this, you put sextants on the map, hope for the 1 extra legion. You use the highest tier of legion scarabs you have. So if you have winged scarabs, that's 2 extra legion. If you have any other one, that's just extra legions with bosses and whatnot. You want to build that can reliably decently clear the legions. But if you're playing something that doesn't, like I'm playing Cremation Necro, or played Cremation Necro, which is not a fast clearing build, as long as you can break open like all the high value stuff, it's still pretty good. And 3 sessions of farming, which were all 3 like 3.5 hour-ish or so, I farmed 5 timeless jewels in SSF just with this. Just rolled the maps with Legion Scarab each map. Put Legion with the Zana map device each map, and I think I got the Legion Sextant thing only once, and just from that I got so many emblems and so many stuffs, and I ran my I think I made 7 or 8 timeless fights, and I got 5 jewels overall. It was pretty good. So that's a good way to access timeless jewels. If you're really overjuicing your maps like crazy, Rogue Trader is great because you get Rogue Exiles for every. You get an additional exile based on the amount of extra content area. So the more content you put in there, the crazier this gets. And these basically make some wild rogue exiles that are not forced on the map. To have like the symbols same as the high value targets. But I used this also to add some Nico missions, because you don't really need. Once you have the legions fully juiced out, you don't really need anything else on here. So you can put your Nico missions on there and just grab some extra soul fight on the way. That's what I did. Lira Arthain is not one of the crazier regions. It's really good for natural selection, and there's 2 good Einhar regions, and one of them is the Great Migration and the big game in Tyrn's End. So let's talk about Tyrn's End first, because they kind of have a bit of synergy. Tyrn's End is I put in Delirium just because it's kind of like nice to have extra 10% chance to have random delirium without even like target farming it. I tried the exotic goods from the invasion bosses, but they didn't really pan out to be all that worth it. You happen to get sometimes get like 21 level gems or something. You get some silver coins, you get some random stacks of fuses and whatnot. You get a lot of 5 links, but 5 links, I was beyond the point I needed a 5 link at that point. So I can't really recommend it so far. Maybe they'll give it a bit of a buff later, but that wasn't really worth. So I spec'd into Delirium before, and that's just like really ups your rewards, gives you like nicer amounts of splinters because this ups your Delirium level. And great is this one, big game and Great Migration make it so you find a lot of red beast, which is really good, but this can actually make it so that you are running low on yellow beast. So you kind of want to combine your Einhar farming and want to have natural selection. This makes it so you find more of the uncommon beasts in Lira Arthain, which is, there can be like split beasts, can be prefix to suffix, suffix to prefix, craft beast, like all the really good stuff, 6-link beasts. So this one basically allows you to fill up your yellow beasts, because with the other ones you can actually run out of yellow beasts, which is pretty crazy. And this one gives you all the cool, unique, special, very valuable and very useful in SSF, especially crafts. If you like heist, Inside Job is fantastic. You have a chance to drop fully revealed blueprints, and these can be like tens of thousands of coins saved if you find one of these, which is pretty crazy. And you have extra chance for smuggler's cache, and those caches are already not that rare. They're not that rare. They're pretty common. So this actually makes you find a lot of caches. Also, the stack size is kind of nice. You find like 100 coin stacks and more. So if you want to heist, this is good. Otherwise, you can spec into Blight. I didn't try the Breach one, so I don't know if that's worth at all whatsoever. And I also didn't try this. All right, what else do we have? We can talk about Lex Ajoris. I found that a lot. I actually found that to get my Osiris Foible on my Archmage character by finding Pyrannus, a friend of the family, and yeah, it's mostly friend of the family. So Kadira picks the rarest of 5 choices, so it rolls 5 times, and you get the whatever is coined as the rarest item by GGG or by the game. And that's really good, because you get a lot of like less common unique items offered, which can also broaden your build choices in SSF greatly, but also allows you to get these like slightly less common, such as Osiris Foible, not a tier 1 unique by any means, but it's definitely also not like a, I don't know, Worm's Mold that you find like tens or thousands of billions of per league. It's not one of those, so this can be really nice for that. Also, you get offered like some nice currency offers, but before you do this, you want to have enough coins. You don't want to be the one finding a headhunter in SSF, for example, and not having the coins, right? So you want like 30 to 40k coins, somewhere around that, before you start doing this. And how do you get them? Harvest. There's a harvest craft that says sacrifice a unique, and you get coins depending on the rarity of the item. What I did, I took usually like league-specific uniques or very rare high-tier uniques that you just don't want to use. Like for Taxic Rift, for example, if you have one of those, they are super rare, like they're high-tier rarity classified, but barely anyone uses them anymore. Just slap them in, bam, 10, 12k coins. You do that 3-4 times, you're good to go to start farming Piranhas. So that's pretty cool. I also got the Delirium ones because Pathological, where you find pre-Delirium Orb maps, is fantastic. I highly recommend that. Also, if you're looking to find unique jewels and also just more splinters, want to run simulacrums, this is probably really good. I haven't really tried it. I don't know how good it actually is, but it reads pretty well. Oh yeah, also the extra reward type, just getting more rewards. I tried the Rogue Metamorph. It's kind of nice if you want just one random, want to stack up on random, what are they called? Catalysts. That's pretty good for that. I haven't tried really anything else here. This I was just too scared to take, but it seems pretty good. Alright, any other region I haven't looked at? Yeah, I did the Lex Proxima. I did, so I put into Harvest because Harvest is generally nice. I kind of recommend Seance, especially for if you're running Influence, Conqueror Influence on this, or like Shaper Elder Scarabs Influence, because you get so many extra rare items, and also some extra uniques, because 20 monsters are possessed, which gives them extra rarity, and the surrounding ones are touched. This is really nice if you just want Influence items. You're just like gonna drop them and drop them and drop them like crazy with this, which is kind of nice. But this, by the way, like kind of like a downside of this makes research houses a lot more difficult, because they're just like all possessed and kill the little things, the targets of them, way quickly. This is actually not that great. So yeah, and what I did try extensively is Breach Lord and Breach Stone farming. I have to say it's not that worth it. It's not that great. The issue with that is that, yeah, you find more bosses, so that's nice, and also the bosses drop increased amounts of splinters, I think. At least it seemed like that. But the Breachstone drop rate, yeah, it's should be pretty good. It's like 10%, right? It didn't seem that great. Like I did 20 something maps, and I think I got one Breachstone. I got quite a few bosses, but it's like a layered chance. That didn't seem all that worth it, personally, to me. So, what I think this area is really fantastic for is if you enjoy delving, is delve. Like the speed farming from Packed with Energy, and this even if you don't have Nico missions anymore, you still get soul fight per map, which is really good. So if you are into delving, this is amazing. Actually, I would argue probably a bit better than these down there. So you could do that. You can unspec all of the breach stuff. Just get harvest. Some extra harvests are always nice, right? And yeah, that's really it. And the chance for crops not to wilt is pretty damn good. But they also get Heart of the Grove more often, which is not good, which is the shabby. Alright, so we talked about that. I think that leaves us with the Uncharted. So the most important note about the Uncharted Realms is you can respec them, and you should if you're really farming. So if you stacked up a lot of synthesis maps, you might want to spec into synthesis more. If you're just going to farm some serious, like rush through some Conqueror maps, you probably want to get some of this type of stuff going on, like the Awakened Gems and whatnot. I think that might also be a thing. So that's basically what you want to do. But like for the general purpose stuff, what I enjoy doing is having Path Not Taken. Gives you, your Zana has a lot more options, so you get more unique maps, you get more synthesis maps, you get more guardians, you get more harvests, you get more of the stuff you want. She has a chance to offer, if you're farming Catalyst, you can pick Metamorph each time. If you're farming Cluster Jewels, you can pick Delirium each time. This is just so much flexibility in what you want to target farm. Very highly recommended. This is pretty damn good. Yeah, the increased favor, like, it's just really about that one. And also the quality, I guess, is kind of cool. What I've picked pretty early is Remnants of the Past, because I wanted to farm some Guardians, Shaper Guardians, Elder Guardians, Shapers, Elders, Uber Elder, and so on. For that, this is really good. because this allows you to spec this out faster, right? Because you get more Guardians, so you get the Formed, the Twisted way earlier, which is super nice. And then there is Guardian's Aid, which is basically the same. You get, once you get a Guardian to low life, they spawn like a second Guardian. So if you almost kill a Shaper Guardian, he spawns a second Shaper Guardian. They both are full health again, and then they fight you. Not only is this incredibly fun and ridiculously cool fights that you can get out of this, they also have a chance to drop their fragments and their loot, which is super cool as well. So yeah, this is like just to give you more and more Guardians to farm. This is a really good way to farm Maven splinters as well, because the Formed and the Twisted drop a lot of, like, all these special invitations. These ones drop a lot of extra splinters. So I think that's a really cool way to farm Maven as well if you want to. So that's basically what I'm doing. I did a few Mavens, and I got 2 Maven orbs now, so I'm not really like needing to farm Maven much anymore, but it's really good if you want to do that. Also, the fights are just fun, the invitations. And yeah, that's basically my experience with the regional farming, the regional juice, as I like to call it. On a very medium investment. You need no like crazy winged scarab sex and whatnot. I did all this in solo self-found, and it's very much possible. So I think you should definitely try this out. If you have scarabs lying around, if you have sextants lying around unused, just do some of these things. Use your Reliquary scarabs here, use your breed scarabs here if you want to try that and see if I was wrong. Maybe that's really good. Use your Pirandis scarabs and bench crafts here. And use your Zana missions up here, use your legions down here, and it's just really good. And use your Einhars here and here. That's basically all there is. And if you don't have anything you want to run, you just run Valdos. I think that's basically how the Atlas, that's like the TLDR of the whole thing. And if you want more Mavens, you spec something like this. I think this is a really cool thing to have in the game. Target farming is really awesome. Let me know in the comments what you enjoy, what you like, what you enjoy farming. Maybe is there something I didn't cover that you enjoy really focusing on farming and you really want to get into. Yeah, leave a comment, tell me. I love to learn more awesome ways to farm this awesome stuff. It's really, really cool. Until then, thank you to all my Patreon supporters. Subscribe for more Path of Exile content. I'm Yoji, and I will see you soon.